What's good, everybody? This is your boy DiMuro, and I'm here to show you a bit of a different video today. I'm actually going to be breaking down how I produced Take a Risk by Chris Brown on his INDIGO album. This came out a couple years ago, and it's funny because people have been asking me to make this video for a long time, and I just never really, I don't know. But that changes today. If you're coming from my Facebook at all, or you're on my Facebook, you know that I did this the other day live, but I'm going to do it again in a shorter format so I can upload it here to YouTube and let everyone else enjoy it as well. Anyways, here we go. So I'm just going to play piece by piece from the top because you already heard the intro playing a bit of the beat. And after this is all done, I'll play it in full one more time. So to start off, we got a loop from Splice, actually. Don't judge me. I love Splice, a lot of people do. But this was originally a few pitches down, and I think it was a little faster, I'm not sure. Then I have this pluck, just pretty simple, nice little pluck. Then I got this lead. Right here. And that is in Omnisphere. It's called Punchy CP Leader and Keyscape Creative Patch. If you don't have it, you should definitely get it. And then after that, we got this pluck synth I got. Switched over here. You can see the pattern. This is also from Omnisphere. It was called Analog Echo Pings in the same bank. So it was Keyscape Creative. Then we got the bass kicking in. This little bass lead I got. It's very simple. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that was a Silent patch. Yes, it was Silent. Dance lead. And then probably one of the craziest parts of this is the build up into the drop. Building this out was fun. This was an Omnisphere patch as well. Screamer lead under Keyscape Creative Patch. So pretty much everything I used in here was Keyscape Creative. Alright, so we're going to move on to this part. It says drop synth. These were some like little cheap sounding bells. I don't even know what this was. Let me see. I'm gonna play it. Yeah, so it was just a one shot. Open Edison right here. That's what it originally sounded like. And I did like cut them up and made them unique. So I had one panning to the left, one panning to the right. I have that in the middle of the drop. Oh yeah, and I complemented these plucks to go with that as well. So this one goes down, this one goes up. Then I got this little vocal stab. I layered quite a bit. If I expand this. So I've got a regular one. Then I've got a plus 12. And then I've got a -3. And then I've got a low -3. Then I got this little reversed vocal. I don't know where I got that from. It was like some random vocal stem I had saved in my computer and I just like chopped it. Oh, that was from a song. I think there was a Selena Gomez song. But I liked part of it for some reason. I was like, alright, cool. Yeah, that's where that's from. Then this was some random vocal. And then I got Bryson Tiller's Don't box. You would never even know that was in there though in the real song, because like it's so tucked in to the mix, you would just never even know it's there. After that, I got the little background kind of pattern I have, complements the kick. Just regular like dance hall kind of rhythm. Got the tambourine shaker, and then there's this one too. This one's panned to the right a little bit, this one's panned to the left. Got a snare build. And then this is the part a lot of people like to see, is the drums. I'll go ahead and break these down for you real quick. So really simple, dude, like just a simple kind of, I guess, EDM-ish kind of progressive, actually no, future bass kind of breakdown is what it was. And the funny thing is, this was the first kind of future bassy beat I ever made. This was actually an experiment. I never intended this for this beat to go to Chris Brown. It just kind of happened. He wanted it, he got it, and I was like, all right, cool, let's go. I ain't gonna argue with that. Here's the kick. I layered the kicks quite a few times, taking some frequencies from others. This is a really regular like chop snare. Layered again. Just some extra essence to kind of make the snare pop out a little bit more, I guess. Same thing, just panned over to the right a little bit. There's that bass drop where Chris says, "You don't wanna fly with me." After that, got these snares, and then this one hits hard and then kind of reverses. So it kind of like gives that build into the drop. To go with the snare, I have it paired with this impact clap. So it just kind of gives it like an air. So then when I play it all together in the drums, alright. So now we're gonna go to the bridge part. So originally this beat was pretty much just like a loop. It was pretty much this whole portion with the drop just looped over like 3 times. And Chris recorded to it and they liked it. But then they sent me the vocals and they're like, hey, you know, if you feel creative, kind of, you know, touch it up a bit and see what you can do. I was like, shit, cool. I got Chris Brown's vocals and they're asking me to do more work on it. Cool. All right. So I kind of just, I just touched some things up here, made it sound cleaner because it was a little rough before. And then I added this entire section here, which is just a pretty simple bridge, but it's the part where he's like, if you can't hear me, know you feel me. You know that part? So that pretty much just consists of snaps and claps and bass. And here I left the beginning tails on it, so it had like a authentic kind of like realistic sound. So instead of it being just straight dead cut, it's got like a little flow into it, you know what I mean? And then I think I did, yeah, right here I kind of cut it, but I also offset it on the grid a little bit, so it like again had a realistic clap sound, so it sounded like multiple people were kind of clapping, and paired that with a snap. So then when I put it all together, let me mute his vocals real quick. the same stuff, just reworked a bit. The only real new additions was like this, and this like percussion break I use a lot. One final drop. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, that's the beat, man. That's the beat. The vocals I do have, these are just his very rough recordings.
I must be stupid, or I must be crazy. I must be stupid, or I must be crazy. You say I'm insecure, think I ain't ready for you. I'll give a little more to you, but what will you give me for it? Don't
I probably shouldn't play too much of that, but yeah, you get the point. People who want to hear the actual acapella.
fly with me if you can't hear me. I hope you feel me.
But keep in mind, that's not the same acapella in the final. It's the very first rough cut, no mix on it at all, really, except for Tizio's template he uses. I really didn't do too much crazy stuff on the mixing portion because I really don't go crazy mixing my beats in the first place. It's mainly just levels that I pay attention to, and panning. Of course, there's the EQ and compression here and there, but for the most part, the sounds I use are already mixed, so I don't need to overprocess stuff. So I'll just go and run through the process real quick of what I used. I'm gonna switch over my screen. So what we'll see here is, let me go to where it's actually playing. The Plux stereo shaper. That's it. My setting, just a little bit to the right. And what stereo shaper does is it basically takes a sound from being in the middle and sends it to the left and right, more so, separates them. So that way it has more of a dynamic like image feel to it. The bass lead. That, before I mixed it, it sounded like this. So I put an EQ on it like that. It's kind of a weird EQ style, but it worked. You know, I just do what works. I don't like to pay attention to, oh, you have to do this specific frequency and that. I just do what sounds good, and it works. And then this was the background moving drums. Let's see. So I have 3 sets of EQs on this one: a low cut, a high cut, or more like a high roll off, and then just like a boost at about 330 hertz. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Without the mix bus on it, it's just a lot more thumpy. Collides with the kick. There's a pad, kickstart. It's my sidechain plugin, and then just a regular little shelf. Kickstart, if you're not aware, it's a sidechain plugin. It's how you get that pumping effect. If I mute this, you'll see. So I use that in like every last beat of mine. There's also a cool little sidechain trick I have in the pocket, which I'll show you real quick. If you have an audio file, you can literally make a sidechain just by doing this. Boom, 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 boom. And then you take the fader, and boom. You have a sidechain. So much stuff you could do with these little fade clips and like just messing with stuff in a playlist in general. So cool. Anyways, I didn't do anything to those. Those already sounded good. This tambourine shaker. Kickstart and stereo shaper on it, and that's it. Didn't put nothing on that one. The lead sounded very obnoxious before. It was like very ear piercing, so I filtered it. Bandpass, more focused on the high mids. Without that, sounded just insane. So that was an important EQ to do. Let's see. I'm actually just gonna show you guys the ones I actually mixed. So these little lit up icons down here is actually stuff I put on. That would be the pads. So just a roll off, nothing crazy, low shelf. Took a little bit of bass out so it didn't collide with my bass. 808, that's where the little bit of mixing comes in. So I put kickstart, and then I put some distortion on it from KHS, Kilohertz. I love this plugin. It's good distortion, but it does put a lot of high end in it. So I also put an EQ in after the fact to kind of, oh no, I didn't. Never mind. Normally I would take that and I would like do something like this to remove some of the high end it gives off, but I guess I kept it. Probably because it had that nice crispiness. Toms didn't do shit too. Slow vocal I just EQ'd. Nothing crazy. That one looks like I just EQ'd it. Just, yeah, low shelf, little high boost. That's the same snare I cut off the build and then I EQ'd it. Then I got this Bryson box. I don't know what I put D-Blue on it for. Let me see. So, without the mix on it, it sounds like that. And I have it panned to the right. But with the mix, it sounds like that. So glitch, I put crusher on it, like a bit crusher. And then I put a stereo shaper to kind of just separate it again, even though it's panned to the right. And then I have an EQ taking away some of the artifacts of the crusher. Because you can see, like, if I don't take that away, it's like kind of obnoxious. Too much high energy in there. Right here, those are those little weird bells I had in the middle. Yeah, I just EQ'd those. Nothing crazy. Kick. Normally I really don't EQ stuff like this, like a kick or stuff, because most of the time I get that stuff, it's already mixed, like I said earlier. If you're downloading stuff from Splice and professional producers' kits, 9 times out of 10 those sounds are going to be pre-processed, especially if you're using like BWB or anybody like that. Like, they already have mixed their drums, including myself. If I ever sell a drum kit, you know, it's always mixed. I like to have it ready to go for people, not so you have to do extra work. All of my past drum kits are mixed. All of my future drum kits will be mixed. And most drum kits on the market are mixed. So you don't really have to go crazy doing all this extra stuff. The only time it's really necessary is if, like, you, like this kick, for example, if you want it to have a distortion, then you can add a distortion to it. You know, make it sound different. But if you just need a kick, most of the time you'll be fine. What's this guy? 808 roll. There we go. Nothing stupid crazy on that. Just a little low end roll off and a tiny boost. Just capture that little low rumble. That's my tag. Vocal stabs. Really didn't do crap on those either. I just put a delay. Stereo shaper. As you can see, nothing really changed too much. Wood perk. That's just stereo shaper. Just widen it a bit. Okay, so it's just at this part, which has this kind of clap, kind of cut up and just weird. I just need something to kind of break up the pace a bit. The perk break 2. That goes along with this and it's underneath the clap. It's like some type of weird sound like that. I just took it and chopped it a bunch. So then the bridge clap. So that would be the off time claps I have right here. And I don't know why I use pitch shifter on that. I'm not even using it. I didn't even see, sometimes I just leave stuff on there to hang out, you know. Don't even delete my plugins, I just let them chill. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. I just went through the whole beat for you guys and showed you how I made it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and play the actual beat itself and let you guys enjoy it until the end. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Enjoy, and I'll see you next time.